What is up, everyone? Welcome to this episode of Over the Top Rope. My guest here is the Starboy, BK Westbrook. How are you doing this evening?
I'm enjoying a nice protein shake after a workout, having a good time, working out in this heat. And now I'm here talking to you, man. So hope everything's going good your way. I'm happy to be on.
Awesome, man. Glad to hear it. Yeah, working out in the heat. I know a thing or two about that. In North Carolina, the humidity sucks.
Oh yeah, dude. It takes a toll on you, that's for sure.
Yeah. And speaking of taking a toll on you, what about that five-way scramble you had at Deadlock Pro? I guess it was 2 weekends ago now.
Yeah, dude. So for DPW and that five way, I knew going into it it was gonna be some craziness. You got Andrew Everett, Gringo Loco, Donnie, Ray, Yoya. Four guys who are equally as insane as the other, including myself. So I think it was a perfect storm for something crazy to happen, and the fact that we got to kick off the show was pretty sick because that crowd was ready to go. Once they announced five way, they all came up and they knew that it was going to get pretty wild and pretty insane. So I the five way did take a toll on me, that's for sure. I didn't get the win. That damn giant Andrew Everett, he threw me out of the ring very violently, I will add. And unfortunately, we got some unfinished business to solve for him. Unfortunate for him, not for me.
Yes, yeah. It's unfortunate for him. Uh, like you said, he did get the win. I, it's kind of funny to me that it was the halfway scramble, but you somehow were like the only heel. Like there's like four faces in the ring, and you're running around just throwing up the double birds.
Everybody flips the bird at DPW. I think I mean it when I do it actually because I all those fans, not all those fans, but most of the fans don't like me at DPW. I don't know why. I'm a nice guy, but it is what it is. And I mean, that's the thing about that. They're going to target me. They you saw what happened. They jumped on me from the jump, and I had a tough go about it. I just wish I had some help, but I do have some help at this next Deadlock show in June, so that'll be pretty sick. So let's see if they can work with the Starboy.
See if they can. Then that's what I think it comes down to is I think the fans they see how good you are and they see how great you are and they're just a tad bit jealous. I think that's part of it. And then I think the other stars that you're in the ring with, they see how much better you are than them, and they don't like it.
They don't, and you're right on the money, my guy. You are right on the money.
The I think the first time I saw you in action in person, you were wrestling Morgan Dash. How did that work out?
Not well for him. He had a bloody nose, and I kind of just threw him around everywhere. I don't even know if he even has like a learner's permit at all. Like he's probably pushing 14 years old, maybe. I don't know. Um, don't know, but I threw him around, did my thing, and got the win. That match was on my birthday, actually. Fun fact for you there. So it's a birthday present when you get to throw one of them around. So you know what I mean? Just chucking 14-year-olds. That's my thing, I guess. Wait, hold on. Just I maybe a fire star, I guess. I don't know.
That should be on a shirt. I mean, like yeah, maybe for like certain purposes, maybe like chucking like 18-year-old or 17-year-old or chucking 14-year-olds or something like that. I think that should be
Yeah,
on a shirt.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we can make this shirt tasteful in any regard, like just somewhat tasteful, and not inappropriate, then I think that we'll sell them, I guess. But I'll keep it in the banks for possible ideas down the road. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's the one thing about these interviews is we've come up with accidental $1 million ideas. So we're on to
Okay,
something.
I see that. I got you. All right.
One
Well,
of
what was
the
the $1 billion idea? Please disclose.
uh one of the before I was interviewing independent wrestlers, I was actually interviewing famous people because I'm a huge autograph collector, and I always ask them what's something weird or unusual that they've signed or been asked to sign. And the one guy said, fanny packs kind of unusual, don't see a lot of them, but they're starting to make a comeback. And we decided that we could somehow fashion a fanny pack as a mini cooler to hold ice and beer, so you can be at an outside event, concert, graduation, it's something like that, a wedding.
Graduation. You
Yeah,
know, I just love getting plastered at a graduation. You know what I'm saying? That's my vibe. So, I
yeah,
mean, hey, dude, the the idea is there. That's for sure. I don't know. I don't know if you could. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody patent that or anybody like even advertise that. So you might be on to something. But I feel like you should get on it now. Now that you've announced it.
yeah. That's two live videos now that I put that out there. So I'm just asking for somebody to steal that and make my money off of it.
Dude, you got to be careful. You have to be careful out here, man.
Yeah, because I don't think I'll ever see anybody with the Starboy sunglasses. Those, man, those things are slick. I think about because like I was saying, I work outside as well, and it gets sunny. I think about wearing something like that to work every now and then.
Ooh, well, I don't know how well they'll protect you from the sun, but I can say they'll make you look pretty damn cool while you're doing so. So I don't know what you got going on, but yeah, they're pretty cool. I like the shades. I donned the shades just started like in the end of 2019 getting the idea together, and over the years the look and just kind of the mannerisms and what I wear and say and act kind of has changed and evolved, but the shades kind of have always stayed apart, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I really like. This is gonna sound so stalkerish. I know. I like about your Instagram because if you scroll through it and you go deep enough, and don't ask me how I know this because I didn't go that deep,
That's okay. It's okay.
but
It's okay. If you did, it's okay. I'm sure there's many that do.
you can see the evolution of Starboy BK Westbrook, and I think that's freaking cool because you can scroll through and see the evolution from the very short hair, and then the hair gets longer, and then the kimono appears, which that's the best part to me is the kimono.
Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I so I started doing like a leather jacket type thing. And like you said, if you scroll down, you'll kind of see what I was going for. Just kind of thinking of something. And then I was like, when I cut promos, like I want to be in like some sort of like lounging, like smoker's jacket type aesthetic, right? I'm super into like J-pop, synthwave, and like vaporwave and lo-fi, that type of music. So you listen to a lot of
Mhm.
different things, from different countries and stuff. But and I've always been just fascinated with Japanese culture to the point where like I'm kind of like obsessed with like just the idea of going there and wrestling and getting a
Yeah.
chance to visit would be incredible. But besides that, getting off on a tangent here, I was like, I think a
You're good.
kimono would be kind of, I think it'd be kind of cool if I went and like got it for promos, and then I was like, I'm just gonna wear it to the ring one night, and then it just kind of morphed, and then they got longer, and I wanted to do colors and stuff, and I found something that kind of fit me. So, dude, they're great. I'm a big fan. They're very comfortable too. Very comfortable.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that you kind of wanted something to fit you, because that's one of the things that drew me to it as like a fan and a spectator. Is I'm like, man, this like really fits and it really works and it really just goes with what you're putting out there. So you nailed it, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I just it's all it takes time, and it won't come together right away. Especially a lot of guys, I feel like, and gals try to find the one niche thing, and sometimes they can get it right away, and that they'll run a certain look or identity or something, and then but a lot of times for people, it takes months and months and years to kind of get something that comes together. And right now, like, I still want to kind of evolve the character and always kind of make something dope about it and something fun. So like, music has changed and the look has changed just a little bit, here and there tweaks of things I do and say. It's like trying to always kind of be ahead of the curve, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, you don't want to get stagnant. You don't want to get stale. You don't want people to be like, oh, well, here comes Starboy, and the same thing, same music that he was 2, 3 years ago. Because there are people, the wrestling, I guess marks you could say that pay
Man.
attention to that kind of thing.
So on my end currently, I don't know what's going on his end, but on my end, and just streaming right now, I'm having a tough time connecting and seeing what he's saying. So I'm just kind of chilling here. So I'm gonna wait. Oh, there you are. He's back. That's my guy. All right, dude.
All
All right. I'm
right,
sorry.
can you hear me?
I'm I can hear you now. I apologize. Whatever you just
No, you're
said
good.
is nice and well put. I didn't hear a thing of it.
You're good, man. You're good. That's just the way it goes with technology and streaming and broadband and all that good jazz. It happens.
Uh, Dude, tell me about it, man. So, uh, I'm back chilling at my parents' crib, to work throughout the summer and stuff like that. But and during other parts of the year, I live in Greensboro, and Greensboro, my Wi-Fi is immaculate and it's incredible. But it just so happens that when this interview is scheduled, I come back in the trash Wi-Fi. I got this McDonald's Wi-Fi set up out here. I'm struggling, guys. I really am. So sorry if I disconnect or I'm a little off on this interview.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not as bad as you think it is. I promise. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and so I was just, I was basically touching on the, kind of evolving and, you still wanting to evolve the character and you don't want to get stagnant and stale and you don't want the fans being like, oh, here's Starboy coming out with the same gear and the same music that he had
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't have a desire just to be the same thing, and I don't think anybody really should. So, and I'm always looking for a way to improve something and make it better. So, I mean, you can, yeah. So everything you said, just right on the money, right on the money.
And I hate to even say it that, but there's fans of Marks that pay attention to that kind of thing, and I don't get analyzing and breaking down wrestling to the point where you're like, he hasn't changed his music in 2 years. He needs to change his music, or he needs different tights. I don't understand that part of it personally. I just want to be entertained.
Nah, I hear you, dude. I mean, I don't really look into it as like I'm doing this for fans, right? I'm doing like what I mean by that is like I don't view like the changing of my character is like for fans. I feel like it's something that I'm always just self aware and conscious of. You know what I mean? Like I can
Yeah.
tell if like certain things, you know what I mean, if the fans are digging what I'm doing or not. You know what I mean? And I, like I said, just once again trying to be ahead of the curve, and so it never comes to a point where somebody is on the internet like, oh, that guy didn't change his music in 2 years, da, 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 da. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. The wrestling fans, as a community, man, they are really something.
Oh yeah, are you gonna shoot on some fans for me right here? Is that what's gonna happen?
I mean, I will because I'll be the first one to say that. Not just like in other sports like football and basketball, the fans to athletes are pretty vile, but in wrestling, the fans to superstars and the fans to other fans, they're just like cutthroat, ruthless, and just like I don't understand it. I I know people who watch AEW and WWE bash it the whole time they're watching it, and then turn around and say that independent wrestling isn't legit and their titles mean nothing. Like, how could you even possibly think like that?
Sure.
And speaking
Yeah.
of, go ahead.
Not good, brother. Nah, you're good.
Yeah, and not after your 5-way scramble, you've got a fatal 4-way coming up, if I'm not
Oh boy.
mistaken,
Yeah.
in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I
Or no,
do.
2 days. I mean, 2 days.
Two. You got it. Yeah. I'll be back at Firestar Pro Wrestling this Saturday doing some crazy shit oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if I can curse on here. I'm not sure, but I kind of just went
The,
for it
the,
anyway.
the world is
But
yours. The world is yours.
the world is dude, we like to hear that. Yeah, I'm doing some crazy shit this Saturday out in Greensboro, North Carolina. Apparently there's a number one contendership on the line. That's neither here nor there, but I know I'm just going to go out brewery wrestling Bojack and Diego with a
Yep.
mystery partner out in South Carolina. So making a loop around the Carolinas this weekend will be fun. So come catch me there.
Yeah, because what's better on a Memorial Day weekend than some absolutely phenomenal wrestling? I think we're having some technical difficulties again. It seems like. Could, yep, we lost them. I think. I think we did. Seems that way. We can talk about Double or Nothing coming out this Sunday. I made a post uh, today on Facebook basically saying that I didn't think that Adam Page and CM Punk had a good build up coming into Sunday. That's my opinion. I thought I've seen a couple of people say that they thought the build up has been sufficient. Here we go. Let's try to get it.
All right. I apologize. Absolutely apologize.
No,
We
you're good, man.
I owe you an in-person I owe you an in-person interview because it's ridiculous. I'm so sorry.
I know you're good, man. You're good, man. I just started rambling about Double or Nothing coming up while you were getting things settled, so we're good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is at this point. We're in it together.
Yep. Yeah. There's there's worse things that have happened. That's for sure.
All right. Well, okay.
So, uh, what I did want to ask you was obviously you guys are on the road a lot. What is the like one thing you do when you're on the road that like you always do? Is it like music? You stop at a certain Bucky's or Sheets or like
Ooh. What I mean, I'm always playing some music. I used to listen to a lot of wrestling podcasts, but
Mhm.
man, when you drive like 6 or 8 hours on the road to like back and forth and whatever, can we just not talk or like listen and like just sometimes like it's always on the mind, but it's like let's not listen to a podcast. So I sometimes listen to
Yeah, we lost him again. I'll just rant about Double or Nothing. again. Yeah, I was saying before that I didn't think Adam Page and CM Punk has had a good build up. I think that AEW has put more emphasis on the TNT Championship than the actual heavyweight championship, and I don't necessarily get it. I think Adam Page could have could had a good title run, but I don't think they've handled Adam Page correctly. He's had mediocre promos, hasn't had any really good, solid title defenses, and his match with Adam Cole, there was no build up there. I'm not a huge CM Punk fan either, and I, I'm CM Punk and Adam Page is not exactly the match that I'm looking forward to at Double or Nothing. Part of me hopes that CM Punk wins because I feel like they're going to push him better. But then the other part of me hopes that Adam Page will retain the title so they can actually build up him versus CM Punk going down the road. I would be pretty unhappy if they just basically made it a one and done kind of thing where Adam Page beats Punk or Punk beats Adam Page, and then it's just on to the next feud. One of the reasons I like AEW so much is because they do pretty well at long term storytelling. And the Adam Page and Omega feud took about 2 years to round out. And Wardlow MJF has been going strong for several months now. So with Adam Page and CM Punk, I'm definitely giving them the benefit of the doubt on this one to really build something long term. And Dynamite last night was the best promo I think that Adam Page has done since he's been in AEW, and that's an Adam Page that I would like to see. So I'll be interested to see how Adam Page handles this match, as well as to see well what they do with it going forward if they do anything with it at all. And so we'll see. That's gonna do it for this episode of Over the Top Rope. We did have some technical difficulties. We got a little bit in. Maybe we can work something out with BK going down the road, or down the road to get better Wi-Fi or better signal, and see what we can't do in the future. He did say he'll be at Firestar Saturday in a Fatal Four Way, and I'll be at Firestar as well. So maybe we can work out something in person there, but we'll have to see. I really appreciate all the people that did check it out. Hopefully, you did get a little bit of enjoyment out of that one. And so we'll work something out with them going down the road and we'll get it back on. It seemed like it was going in a good direction and that it was going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to do it. Like I said, I really appreciate the ones that did check it out. That's it. Thank you.